He claimed that all he wanted to do was say farewell and pay respect to the man who had dragged him out of. The young usher at the cemetery gate appeared uninterested in memorials or memories despite a burning jeep under enemy fire. Without even glancing at the picture in the veteran's hands, he responded, "Sorry, sir," adding private ceremony family and invited guests only. The usher grinned tightly and said, "If your name's not on the list, I can't help you." The elderly man shifted his weight on rigid knees while still holding a faded black and white photograph of a younger version of himself standing next to General Mallister in a muddy jungle decades ago when we served together. He spoke in a low but steady voice. Vietnam 3 tours. Recon. The words, "no invitation. What's a fake hero doing here?" struck with more force than shrapnel ever could, but the veteran didn't lash out or dispute. Instead, he just stepped back from the gate, grasping the frame more tightly, and looked toward the Whitechapel beyond the hedges. His blazer was faded, and his medals had dulled with time, but he stood there with more dignity than anyone else in line behind the velvet robes. He didn't want attention. He just wanted to give a final salute to his commanding officer, the man who saved his life in Laos, the man who sent the letter that led to his medical discharge when his legs were no longer able to carry him. He had hoped that someone might remember him, that someone inside would recognize the name that used to be called over a field radio with urgency. But all he received was a blocked gate and a turn back. A young lieutenant read names from a clipboard, and senators, colonels, family members, friends, and senators. Someone in the crowd noticed the man by the gate. "Who's that guy?" "Probably another stolen valor story. Happens all the time," one person said in response to another's question. A few people laughed, and one even rolled their eyes when they noticed a forgotten old man in an old uniform. They didn't realize they were staring at the reason. Their boots weren't in the dirt until the door of a black SUV slammed shut with authority, turning every head as a tall figure emerged, the sunlight hitting the stars on his shoulders. General Harper Joint Chiefs was on full active duty, and no one moved as he walked past the crowd with quiet power, each step resonating like thunder. He didn't pause to shake hands or consult the list. Instead, he went straight to the man at the tree. The old veteran attempted to salute, but before he could raise his hand, "Permission to enter, Sergeant Major," General Harper stated loudly, enough for the audience to hear, bringing his own hand to his forehead in crisp, faultless form. "Sir," he murmured. Harper, nodding, "You're the highest-ranking memory here today. If anyone belongs at Mallister's funeral, it's you." The veteran blinked in shock. Harper turned on his heel to face the assembly as the crowd's eyes widened and the phones gradually lowered. This man served under General Mallister in the most hazardous recon unit of the Vietnam War. He bled for him, carried him, and stayed until everyone else ran out of ammunition. "If any of you here question his right to be in that chapel," Harper said in a steely voice, "you are free to leave now." The usher took a step back, mortified, and opened the gate without saying a word. General Harper himself led the veteran down the center aisle, and when the eulogies started, Harper handed him the microphone. "Say much, just held the photo, and stared out at the room of immaculate uniforms. I just came to repay the favor, and I wasn't going to let him be laid to rest without his men present." By the end of the service, the same officers who had doubted him lined up to shake his hand, and even the usher returned with his eyes lowered, offering a heartfelt apology. Before we wrap up this story, please let us know where you are watching from. If this story touched you, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and leave a karma in the comments below. The veteran nodded but said little because he wasn't here to be honored. He came to honor. This is the difference, because real warriors don't wear medals for vanity. Instead, they carry them for the brothers they couldn't bring home. Sometimes, when the world forgets who the real hero is, it takes one man with 4 stars and a memory to remind everyone in the room who the real hero is.